your experience begin right now. From high atop the mountains of British Columbia to you listening around the world, this is Spaced Out Radio. You can follow us on our website, spacedoutradio.com, on Twitter, @SpacedOutRadio. Give our Facebook page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. You can follow us on Instagram, Dave Scott, SOR, or on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio Show.
Superman, that we're the only ones who can be strong, but we break on command, 'cause women rule the world.
Buckle up, space travelers. It's time to go for a ride as we are live on Spaced Out Radio.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Said the deeper I go, the deeper I fall.
Good evening and welcome to Spaced Out Weekend. Filling in for Uncle Jimbo, who is having some technical problems. It is me, Dave Scott. You wouldn't believe how fast I had to run out of the wilderness. I had a nice cave, all comfy, had my Wi-Fi signal going, waiting to listen to Two Mediums and a Large with Uncle Jimbo and Joanna and Paisley. But you know what? All of a sudden, the technical problems started. I started huffing and puffing. I swear, I lost about half a pound running down that hill, getting into my studio, loading things up. Better late than never. As we are going to take your calls live here on Spaced Out Weekends, Two Mediums and an Extra Large. I'm going with the extra large. James is the large. I'm going with the extra large. So we are going to get things going here. If you're still with us, we do apologize about the issue with the technical difficulties. We hope you are still with us tonight, and we're going to keep things going here just so you can. 1-702-302 4556 is the phone number if you're listening in. 1-702-302-4556. I highly suggest you give in and give us a call to hook up with Joanna the Medium, Paisley Town, our resident mediums. Remember, and this is something you need to remember, and it's just for our protection, any reading you receive, any one of them, whether it's from Joanna or Paisley or any other medium on this show, it is for entertainment purposes only. All right? You have to make sure that you still have your own life to live. You still have everything to do. Remember, before we bring Joanna and Paisley back on, I do want to remind you, the SOR Space Travelers group is now up and ready. For just $5 a month, you could sign up. Go to spacedoutradio.com. Click on the SOR Space Travelers and sign up today. Joanna and Paisley, welcome. I apologized for the technical difficulties that have been going on, but we're all good to go now. How are you doing?
I'm good, Dave. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm a little out of breath from having to run down the mountain, but you know what? We're here to perform. I come in a day early, and we're back. Good to have you with us. Are you guys ready to get going?
We are.
Awesome. We have a caller, area code 707. You are on the air with Joanna and Paisley. Who are we speaking with tonight?
Kimberly Carlson.
Kimberly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Who would you like to start off with?
Joanna.
All right, Joanna, this is Kimberly. Kimberly, Joanna.
Hey, Kimberly, how are you?
I'm good. I love you, by the way. Just had to
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. You just gave me chills. How can I help you, love?
Thank you.
What can we do for you?
I recently lost my son, and I just wanted to see if anything that you can give me. My life is kind of crap, so.
Sorry, love, I completely missed what you said. Can you repeat that, or Dave, could you repeat?
What she said was she recently lost her son and things haven't been going very well, and she's wondering if you can give her a little bit of help.
I am so sorry, Kimberly. Very, very sorry. The first thing I'm being shown is the number 17, as in 17. Does that mean anything to you?
Not that I can recall.
Okay, can you just write this down, because this will make sense to you later. Also, is the month of October something you resonate with, or something that means something specific to you, the month of October?
Yes, that's my son's birthday.
Okay. Okay, just give me one moment. Okay, I keep hearing the word mom. Do you have a mother figure on the other side? This would be either a mother or a grandmother, which would be a motherly figure.
I have a grandmother.
Yes, and she's from your mom's side of the family, correct?
I don't know. I think it's my father's side.
Okay, let me ask you this way. Is your maternal grandmother alive then?
Yes.
Okay, so just give me 1 second, because she's shaking her head. So just give me 1 second.
Okay.
No, this lady is motioning to me that she's connected to your mother. She's also connecting. She says the word grandmother. So maybe this is your mom's grandmother, but that's a little bit, it would be hard for you to validate. So just give me 1 second, please. This is hard. Okay. Whoever this lady is, first and foremost, I keep seeing the letter M as in mother. So just put that aside, because you may not actually know this lady in life. But she's holding, this could be a metaphor, she's holding a baby. And this is a baby wrapped up in a blanket. And she says to me, this is your baby. I don't know how old your son was, but was this your, okay.
Yes, he's young.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yes, she keeps showing me the number 17 over and over again. So there is something that will connect with you, her or you and your son, with the number 17. Just write it down. This will make sense to you.
Okay.
Can I ask how recent this was?
Yes, it was October 6th, 2015.
So there's the October as well. 2015?
Yeah.
15, okay.
It was very recent.
First of all, I'm so sorry, and I'm having a hard time with this.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. There's nothing for you to apologize at all. I don't know if this is connected to your son, but do you know someone who died of leukemia or had leukemia?
No. It could. I think that's my son's father's grandpa.
So there is there is, you know that for a fact. You can at least validate it at some point, because somebody's trying to connect here, and I hear the word leukemia, and they passed from leukemia, but I didn't feel that this was your son. May I ask how old your son was?
Yes, he is 9 months old.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry. I don't even know how to handle this. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Those are always the most difficult readings.
I just wanted to know if things are going to be okay.
This lady, whoever she is, with the letter M, and I believe you will eventually find out who she is. She is connected to your mother, and if this is not your grandmother, this would be your great-grandmother. So ask your mom, if you can, if her grandma had a letter M in one of her names. And it doesn't have to be the first name. It could be any name, any letter in first or last name. Okay. Also middle, sometimes a middle name. Now, when she's showing me this baby, I don't see the baby's face because the baby's wrapped in a white blanket. What she's also saying to me, first and foremost, do you have a daughter?
No.
Okay, this is going to sound really strange, and I don't know how to say it any other way. But she's saying to me that this baby is going to come back to you. Okay, so I don't know if you want more children or not. She's saying the baby will come back to you, and it may come back as a girl.
Oh, that's so funny. I've always had that feeling.
Okay, and I just got chills over me. So this is when I get this information, it's always a little bit difficult because it's something you can never really validate. Do you have a specific question around your situation?
Is everything going to be okay? Was he okay? I mean, we're having issues with.
Sorry, say that again. Completely missed that. Is everything going to be okay with?
We have court issues and stuff, and I just want to know if anything's going to be okay.
What my guide is saying is that there will be some challenges you will have to overcome, but you will be okay.
Yeah,
He's showing me there's an obstacle that you will have to overcome. He's not showing me who or what this is. It has to do with the court case. Obviously, it's an obstacle. But I see you tackling this predominantly by yourself, meaning I don't see a partner next to you. Okay? And he's saying, do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And he's saying to me, you will overcome this and you will see this through. Okay. But I do see it's an obstacle.
Okay.
I don't know.
I had one
right.
more question.
We got to make it quick because we got a bunch of phone callers waiting up here.
Okay. Do you see any abilities of mine? Because after my son's passed, I opened up.
Well, it's interesting you said that because I was shuffling and two cards flew out of the deck. One is called intuition and the other one is called throat chakra. So what that tells me is that you're naturally very intuitive, but you have difficulty with expressing it. So there's also fear with you speaking about what you intuitively know to be truth. And he's also showing me it's in the back of your head. So there's a little bit timidity with you regarding using it because you do recognize it, but there's a bit of, I wouldn't want to use the word fear, but there's a little bit of timidity with it. So yes, but you've always been, he says sensitive/intuitive. You've always been.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in tonight. I hope that helped you out, okay?
I'm so sorry, Kimberly.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Moving on to a 206 area code. How are you tonight?
Pretty good. Do I need to turn down the radio here?
Yeah, if you don't mind, we'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
What's your name, my friend?
My name is Alan.
Alan, what's going on?
Well, I have two questions that I'm puzzled by. And first of all, I met my twin flame 5 years ago. And we have this thing where, even when we first met, but it continued, to where we look at each other's eyes and time just disappears. And I'm curious if she can tell me what that's about, why it happened. Sometimes we lose up to 2 hours, but it feels like a second or two between us. And other people have noticed that too when they're around to try to get our attention, but they can't. So I wonder what that is, what's going on, what happens to us when it happens, and why does it only seem like a second or two? It's like time stops for us. Okay.
Who would like to take that? Liz or Joanna or Paisley?
Joanna.
I'll see if. Okay, he was looking for Joanna.
I'm trying to ask my guide here, and I believe I'm having difficulty hearing today. Maybe it's just me. But did you say when you look at her in her eyes, you lose track of time? Is
Well,
that
first
what
of all,
you're...
to him.
Okay,
First of all,
sorry,
to him,
I misunderstood. Okay.
No problem. When we first met,
Mm-hmm.
in the few seconds it took to open the door, say hello, come in, we realized 45 minutes was gone. We don't know whatever happened to it. We couldn't understand it. And this happens to us on many occasions, and it's happened to us in front of other people who try to get our attention when this happens.
Okay.
And gone up to as much as 2 hours at a time. But I'm wondering if you can tell me what that is, what happens to us, why that happens, where we go, and why does it only seem like a few seconds in where the time elapses.
I'll tell you what I'm hearing, which is very, very, very unusual for me to hear this, and I actually don't even know what it is. I keep hearing the word vortex. Now, vortex to me is, I mean, to be quite honest with you, I don't even know what a definition of a vortex is. But I have never had this said to me before. So I actually don't even know what to do with this. Dave, do you know what a vortex is?
Yes, I do. And I know some other psychics who have actually seen us go away together on some other plane or dimension, but I'm not sure.
Really? Okay. Okay.
This sounds more alien than psychic
That's-
or
yeah.
anything. I'm going to hop
Yeah.
in here and say that.
That's what I'm saying, Dave, because I've never been told this through spirit, and I actually don't know what to do with it, to be honest.
Paisley,
Okay.
Paisley, do you want to give a shot at this one?
Sure. Well, what came to mind right away, Alan, when you were talking about the eye contact and sort of getting lost in time, is that very often when we've met someone that we've known from a previous lifetime, there's quite a lot of communication that takes place just in really brief eye contact moments. So this is why we feel so strongly connected to that person as soon as we meet them. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, and it's happened probably about 30 or 40 times over the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm. It's, I think, very common, but people don't talk about it very much. It happens sometimes with very young children, like in a baby stroller at the grocery store, when you're in line and there's a baby behind you in a stroller. You make eye contact with that child, and really it feels like you just had a very long conversation with that child, and they understood you and they get you and they don't move their eyes off you. Have you ever had that with other people as well?
Never. Well, it turns out that this is my twin flame, and we've got all kinds of weird energetic things that happen between us. This is just one of them.
Are you asking about it because you don't want it to happen any longer, or
Well, no, I'm just curious what it is and what it has to do with our twin connection thing, and if it's related to that, or if it's something different. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, I haven't
We're
studied
both-
twin flame very often. It's rare that people come to me even with that terminology. But I do know there's a lot of communication that takes place between the eyes without any language, without any conversation. It's almost like after like 10 seconds, you feel like, you need a break because so much information has passed between the two of you. And I've actually experienced it before a couple of times, but not with one person only. I've had that exchange with a few different people randomly throughout my lifetime, starting when I was a teen. So I totally understand it, but just enjoy it for what it is. What do you think, Dave?
Well, no, I do enjoy it.
Good. What do you think about it, Dave?
Could I,
You know what? I have one question for you, Alan, if you don't mind me asking.
yes, go ahead.
And this is going to sound way off base to what tonight's topic is, but have you ever had extraterrestrial experiences?
Never. Nor has he.
I would almost go as far, if you don't mind me saying, and this could be a good thing for you, and it doesn't even have to involve extraterrestrials. It's only because I'm more of a conspiracy theorist than James is. But what I can say here is I would almost take the time to go into a past life regression therapy. And whereabouts are you located?
In Seattle, and I've gone through multiple of those, and everything in those is all about he and I. Every single one.
Okay.
And no other external
people
come into those.
Do me a favor. I want you to try this because we have other calls that we have to get to tonight. I want you to do me one favor. When you and hubby are together, take a pair of coins, okay? Take 2 coins. That's all you need, like 2 quarters or 2 nickels, 2 dimes, whatever it is. You still have pennies down there. We don't up here in Canada, okay? Put them on your nightstand or put them on a table or something. Put them side by side. And then I want you to Facebook me, Dave Scott. You can find me in Spaced Out Radio on Facebook. Okay? And tell me, after the next time this happens, tell me if they're stacked. We're going to do a little test with you.
Okay, I'll do that. But one thing, can you explain to me if there is some kind of alien thing going on, why does it happen in front of other people that see us just kind of like frozen looking at each other for an hour or so before they can get our attention?
It feels to me like you guys are leaving your body.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's what my guide is saying.
All
But
right.
because, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate that. I realize you didn't get the answers that you wanted, but I'm hoping that let's try the coin thing. Get a hold of me on Facebook. Let me know how it works for you, okay?
Okay, I will. And I will call back because I have plenty more that I'll have to say.
Appreciate that.
Good luck.
Thank you, my friend.
Good
Take care.
Luck.
You know, that was totally weird. You know, because everything that he was saying, ladies, while we wait for the next caller to come in, is it almost sounded like extraterrestrial abduction almost, whether it's spiritually or whether it's physically. You know, both him and his partner. That's what it sounded like.
You know what's interesting? Towards the end of last show, 2 weeks ago, we got onto alien conversation, and a caller called in, and I got some information about stuff that I've never, and it was alien stuff. So I'm actually not surprised. This is how it's starting today.
Well, you know what? You know old Davey, he loves his alien talk.
That's what I mean.
We're going to skip the bottom of the hour break. We're going to go right to the top of the hour here before we hop out on a break. And we have a caller from area code 760. How are you tonight? What's your name?
Hi, I'm good. My name's Liz.
Hi, Liz. Welcome to Spaced Out Weekends, 2 mediums, and an extra large.
Hey, Liz.
Hi. Wow. So I don't even really know where to begin. I guess I just kind of want a general reading. I just have a lot going on right now. Just need guidance and really.
Paisley, do you want to take it?
Sure, Liz.
Sorry?
Can you tell me your birthday, Liz?
It's June 10th, 1981.
Okay, and is your first name Elizabeth?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I think I was leaving you messages on Facebook today.
Oh, probably, yeah. I just happened to come across it.
Okay, and you just wanted some general information? You didn't have any question about any topic or subject at all, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess just if I should be open to change or try to.
Okay, I can easily speak to that. So just to let you know, I know a little bit about this June 10th birthday because that's my birthday. So happy birthday, Gemini.
Oh my gosh! Happy birthday!
And I'm born in a different year. So I'm going to talk to you briefly, really quickly about the numbers and the energy of the elements of your birthday. So the name Elizabeth is a 2. And so that would tell me that sometimes you can be very impatient and things don't happen quickly enough for you that you would like. So sometimes when change is happening, it's too fast for you, if that makes sense. Is that what's going on for you right now? Do you have things that are outside of your control that are happening around you right now?
Yes, it's just like a long-term thing.
Okay, and the other thing that happens with this birthday is that occasionally you may have some difficulty in making decisions when things come up. And you'll find you'll be searching outside of yourself for the answers. But you have a lot of strong intuitive gifts yourself, being born on the 10th of June. Very intuitive, very scientific, very organized, very structured. But you also have an opposite personality type that is a little bit chaotic and a little bit fast. And so what happens with your birthday is it makes it difficult for you to make a choice, and you feel like you're choosing the wrong choice, so you want other people to decide for you what the answer is. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to say with your birthday, because of the numbers and because of the elements, when I add everything together and look at all the aspects of your birthday, you have the ability to make any choice you like, but don't base it on what other people want you to choose. Base it on what works well for you, and that's going to be the best choice for you. So I would say seek advice from inside yourself, not from outside of yourself. Does that make sense for you for what's going on right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just don't. I'm scared to move.
Yeah.
move on.
What happens is anxiety, fear, and doubt will come in with this birthday because you have water energy and fire energy. And those two elements, because it's the 10th of June and because of the name Elizabeth, those two numbers fight each other, the 1 and the 2. Those are the two numbers that are most opposite from each other, and you have them both.
Mm-hmm.
So just take a deep breath and go for what you want, and it's going to work out fine.
Okay.
Alrighty?
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Thank you so much for calling in, Liz. I appreciate that. Glad we could make your call. Take care.
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We're going to go to another call, ladies, and this comes from 323 area code tonight. Who is calling from a 323?
My name is Tomas.
Tomas, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Excellent. Would you like to talk with Joanna or Paisley to kick things off?
Joanna would be good.
Hey, Tomas. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am good. What can I do for you?
Well, I basically, I guess just have a general question on the past 6 years of my life have taken tumultuous turns, I guess. And this started with my father passing away.
I'm sorry.
And then I got in a horrific accident, actually, that left me really scarred. And I've just had a really, I guess, tumultuous time. And then I have been having some health problems lately. And I guess I'm just generally wondering if I'm ever going to begin to start, not necessarily healing from a health perspective, because I believe I'm more healed from my father's passing. That was on good terms. It's just more of a health thing that I've been dealing with for about a couple of years now.
Okay. Thomas, when you first started talking, the very first I kept seeing, I was directed towards the very lower part of your back. You did say you had an accident. Fortunately, you didn't say what it was, but do you have any problems in your lower back? This is towards your tailbone.
A little bit. The accident I had actually was, I went mountain biking, and I went head first down a mountain, face down a mountain. So I ended up with a lot of scarring on my face, actually.
Okay. Now, my God is saying to me that something saved your life. He actually said to me, your life was saved. You should not be alive. Do you understand this?
Oh, yeah. I actually, I died when I was born, and they brought me back to life.
Okay, because he's saying to me, you were saved. By all accounts, and I don't know if doctors actually told you this, but you should not be alive with the injuries that you had, specifically the ones in your head.
Wow.
Does that make sense to you?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Did you actually have a cracked skull?
No. Actually, they said it was amazing that I had no broken bones and no fractures. I just had to get stitches.
Okay, because he's showing me what looks like, actually he's showing me a cracked skull. So whether you were whether something prevented you from actually cracking your skull, or you obviously were wearing a helmet, that is what would have happened, because he's showing it to me very clearly. But I want to go back to your dad. Did your dad, or does your dad have the letter O in his name, first or last?
Last and first.
Okay, thank you. Also, do you remember him sporting a bit of a facial mustache at some point, at least in his life? Something that you would have remembered?
Oh, yeah, of course.
He does? Okay, just give me 1 second, because I have somebody in front of me, and he says that he's your dad. He's showing me a vision of... Actually, he took a dove. A dove just flew out of his hands, and I'm trying to ask him what he is showing me, and he's saying the word "free your mind." And when I ask him, "What do you mean?" It's to do with him. And you already said you guys had a tumultuous relationship, but he comes here with a lot of light. And when I connect with you, there's a lot of heaviness connected to him. And what he's asking you to do, he's asking you to let that pain go. I just want to see if you can give me something much more specific. Okay, he's showing me a chain and with a cross at the end of it. Are you a religious person? I mean, I don't think so because you're calling us, but are you or was he a religious person?
No, actually, he wasn't. Neither am I.
Okay, so Paisley just said to me that dove is actually a sign of peace and forgiveness and purity. So he's releasing that for you. But I want to ask him why he's showing me this this cross. He says, first and foremost, he says, I'm sorry. And the second word he says, have faith in your abilities. Something to do with your abilities. Now, Tomas, do you draw?
Yeah, I'm an artist.
Okay. Because he's showing me you drawing, and the abilities he's talking about is your drawing. He's also showing me that you can make this much bigger, but right now there's a lot of fears that are running through your head. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay. He's also connecting me to your gut, and that's where a lot of your pain is. Not necessarily physical pain, though he is connecting me to intestines, so that would be a physical form, but a lot of your emotional pain is in your gut, and that's also where your creativity is. Okay. Now, incidentally, since he's talking about intestines, do you have any kind of issue with your guts?
I guess I would say I would just be trying to, I've been trying to be on an all-natural diet and heal because I've been put on antibiotics a couple of times in my life, and I recently just found out that those are not good for you.
Okay. He needs to give me more information because that was too general based on what you just said.
Basically, antibiotics kill good bacteria that live in your intestines.
No, I understand. I have to ask your dad for a little bit more specific because it's okay. What he gave me and what you're saying to me, it doesn't jive for me. He has to be more specific. He says you have a very delicate digestive system, but also because of the tumultuous relationship you had with him, and because you're also very sensitive, most of your emotional pain/damage is in your gut. So you will be that much more sensitive to environmental toxins, food, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So that's what you want to watch out for. Also, he's pointing to your head. Do you frequently get headaches these days?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, I want to ask him why he says the word pressure. Okay, he's showing me, he says pressure, and he's showing me sign for money. So that to me means that there's pressure around financials for you. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I feel like you have to just get through this year. You just have to get through this year, and next year sees a much better beginning for you. And I'm also being shown number 9. Number 9 is, aside from being 9 in September, it is number of endings. And he's just saying to me, please tell him to pull through this year, because next year looks much, much better for you, much brighter. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can I leave that with you? I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Everything makes a lot of sense.
Paisley, do you have anything to add?
Not at this time. I don't. That was
All
great,
right.
Joanna. Good advice.
Thomas, I'm very sorry. Yeah.
Tomas, thank you so much for calling in to 2 mediums and an extra large tonight.
Oh, no, thank you.
Really appreciate that. We have open lines right now here on Spaced Out Radio. If you want to call in, it's 1-702-302-4556. Dave Scott, the legendary SOR Monday through Friday host, filling in for Uncle Jimbo. James Tyson here in the cabin. And we are with Joanna the Medium and Paisley Town here, the resident mediums. I am filling in as the extra large tonight, as James is having a little bit of technical difficulty. We're going to go to another call, area code 402. Hi, who is this?
This is Sharon.
Sharon, my favorite Sharon. How are you, my dear?
Oh, it's good to hear your voice.
I know. You should have seen how fast I was sprinting off the mountain to try and get out here to help out Uncle Jimbo, James
That's
Tyson.
Too bad.
It happens.
Yeah,
It happens.
I know.
Do you have a
I know.
question for either Joanna or Paisley tonight?
I do. Joanna, I was hoping you could help me. I'm having a lot of trouble with my daughter.
Okay.
With our relationship. She pretty much hates me. And she doesn't seem to understand that I'm doing the best I can. I don't know what's going on. It's pretty hurtful.
I feel like I'm having a deja vu moment. Did we talk about this already?
My daughter? No.
That's just
I don't
strange.
think so.
I just had a deja vu moment. Really, like literally, you were talking to me like this before. Okay, let me just give me one second. Okay, so what I'm being shown, first and foremost, I don't see the father around near your daughter. Does that make any sense to you?
You mean her father?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I was a single mom most of her life, and he passed away many years ago.
Okay, first of all, I'm very sorry. I was just going to say, don't tell me more. The reason why I'm saying this is because, no, it's okay. Don't apologize. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm being told that she's constantly lashing out at you, but the connection of her anger is very much rooted with something to do with the father figure or lack of father figure in her life. And there is a lot of blame towards you. I don't know if she knew her father, if she knows anything about her father, but there seems to be a lot of blame towards you. If you were to ask her what she's angry, she wouldn't be able to tell you because it's not something that she is thinking she's angry about. She's just reacting to a lot of emotional, quote unquote, garbage. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now, let me see if there's anything that you... Okay, so counseling is coming up. Have you had her in counseling? First of all, how old is she?
Oh, she's a grown woman about to have her fourth baby.
Oh, dear. Okay, I swear I feel like we've talked about this. Has she gone to counseling before, or have the two of you gone through counseling?
We have never gone to counseling. She did a little bit.
Okay.
The only time we ever went was when my son was killed. But we really didn't go together, we each went.
Yeah, no, what he's showing me, I know you and I talked, I don't know if it was in a different lifetime or what, but you and I talked because I'm having this conversation for the second time. What he's showing me is that this would be a scenario where the two of you would need to sit in a room with a mediator. Okay, because short of that, I don't feel you will ever find a way to see eye to eye. Not because you don't want to, but because she is, quote unquote, very unreasonable. And I'm not being shown any other reason other than there's a lot of anger towards you and she's lashing out at you. But there's not one specific thing. So I don't know what happened between her and dad, or if the dad issue was not there, or the dad was not there, period. But there's a lot of blame.
We don't even live close to each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're, a couple thousand miles apart.
That doesn't help. Yeah.
No, And, we were always so close, and she's my world, so.
Why am I being shown that she's pawning off her jewelry? Does that make any sense to you?
Oh, God.
Is that a yes?
I don't know. I know that a lot of our jewelry's been stolen.
Oh, shoot. Okay. That's what I was just told.
I've bought her jewelry, but all of her good jewelry my mother had bought her has all been stolen. Well, I'm just going to... years ago.
I'm just going to leave it at that because that's what I was shown and told. So I'm just going to leave that, for whatever you do want to do with it. Paisley, do you have anything to add?
Sure. I did pull a card for you, Sharon, and I was asking for some advice to see if this can help with your situation. And the card that I pulled is called the Chariot card. So this indicates to me that when a situation happens, we have two separate ways that we can respond to it or deal with it. We can react or we can respond. And so this is telling me that you have some choice in how to handle this. and it's important for you to make the right choice. When I say that to you, does that resonate with you? Do you understand that?
Well, I mean, I agree, it's important to make the right choice, but I have no idea, how that applies. Yeah.
Okay. So just think of it this way. I'm just going to use the example. Whenever the Chariot card comes up for me, it reminds me of Princess Diana. So Princess Diana had some issues with the media following her, and she didn't like it. Right. So what she decided to do was she went to Africa, and she told the media before her trip that she was going to go to Africa and try and, take an issue about all the landmines that were blowing up children and babies, that were left behind. And so she basically used the media for free instead of them using her. So she couldn't get them to stop following her. So she didn't have to pay them to follow her to Africa. So she basically turned things around to work to her advantage so that it was a win-win situation for everybody. The media got pictures. She got coverage. She didn't have to pay for them to follow her. She kind of turned it around and put a spin on it where, if the media was following you every day and watching you eat food and watching you go shopping and watching you at the gym, it would be really driving you crazy. But she made it work for her. She turned it around so that she used them to her best advantage. So I don't exactly know what that means for your situation, but the card that I chose is telling me you have some choices here, so make it work for you. Give it some thought and make it work to your best advantage. So I'm just going to leave that with you if you don't mind.
All right. Thank you, Sharon, for calling in. We'll see you tuning in later this week. All right. Take care.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. We're going to take one more call here before we go to our break at the top of the hour. Area code 949. Who is this?
Hi, my name is Camille.
Camille?
Yes.
Oh, hi, Camille. How are you? I'm Dave.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
You know what? I'm having a good hair day after having to break down my Zen, my chi area from the top of the mountains here in British Columbia to rush down and rescue Uncle Jimbo, but I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I almost broke a sweat and tripped over a baby fawn as I was running through the wilderness, but that's okay.
Wow.
Hey, Camille.
Camille,
Hi, Joanna.
Who would you like to speak with? Who would you like to speak with?
I would really like to talk to Joanna.
Oh, hey, Camille, love. How are you?
Hi. I'm so happy that I'm able to call in and speak with you.
Thank you. What can I do for you, love?
Joanna, we've been having problems with our home, with going to court and lots of stuff surrounding our home. Can you give us any information on that? If it'll be okay? Should we move?
What you're really asking me, my guide is showing me, is you're asking if the house is occupied by something other than you. Is that correct? Is that what you're asking me? Is that what you're asking me?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, yep.
I just love when my guide comes in. She says, no, this is what she's actually asking you. Okay, so just give me 1 second.
Oh, I got goosebumps.
Are you actually wanting to sell this house?
I would really want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Where we are right now is to be able to make a living because we used to make lots of money in the past.
Okay.
But I would like to keep it and then maybe move to another area and possibly rent it.
Okay. Have you ever noticed any funny, quote-unquote, things happening in their home?
Yes.
Okay.
We see things and, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is going to be no surprise when I tell you that the house is occupied
Okay.
by a spirit. It's actually more than one. Okay. I feel 2 or 3. However, having said that, because he said to me, he actually said the house is haunted. So, take that with a grain of salt. It just means it's occupied by a spirit. But if you ever thought of wanting to sell this house, because oftentimes when a house is occupied, selling a house becomes very difficult. It is not going to prevent you from moving forward with the sale. So I don't know why he's mentioning a sale unless it's something that's going to come to you at some point. So let me just see. Have you had someone come into the house and do like a cleanse? And I don't talk about this a lot. Paisley would know a lot more. But have you done this yourself? Have you saged the house, or have you had somebody who knows more about this come into the place and actually see what's going on? Because you've got some funny things going on there.
I actually try. My husband, we've tried, but not like a professional to come in, no.
Yeah, I'm going to let Paisley answer that, because I don't think you need to have like a quote-unquote professional cleaner, if you know what I mean. I think you can do this yourself. Paisley, can you chime in here? Because you do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do house blessings for people all the time. Sometimes when there's unwanted spirit, there's a few things you can check online about house blessing, house clearing, house cleansing. It's not so much cleaning, but to clear the space. To ask any stagnant energy or old energy or previous energy to be removed from the property or from the rooms or from the house or the home, to make way for new, gentle, calming, peaceful spirit energy. And you can use different smudge kits like with sage or sweetgrass. I would really watch out for smoke alarms and that kind of thing, because when you're burning medicine, sometimes it can affect the smoke alarms in the house, especially if they're hardwired. You want to open all the windows and doors. You want to do all the entranceways, all the doorways, all the closets. I would say from attic to basement if you could. And sometimes if it's a very stubborn entity, you might want to go outside the front door, walk around the house, and come back in the front door. So you're clearing the outside of the home as well. Have you tried doing that already with your husband?
We've kind of, but that makes sense what you're saying.
Okay. So the other thing you want to look up online is salt clearing, because if the activity, for example, is in one specific area of the house, you might want to put 4 glasses of salt in the 4 corners of a room. Leave it overnight if you don't have any cats and dogs. If you can leave it, if you have the ability to do that. And then the next day, remove the salt from the house, take it outside, put it in the garbage can, take it out away from the property. Don't reuse it, and don't just throw it in the kitchen garbage and leave it there. It absorbs negative energy, and you want to have it absorbed and then move on.
Camille, what I was also going to add to this, if I may, I do not feel that this is a negative entity. I actually asked my guide and he said no. This is an energy that's more, it likes to do things. But I will tell you this, if you don't do the clearing, you will have difficulty with renting it.
Okay.
And with people staying it for any length of time. So you want to do that for sure.
Yeah, we'll be in our home, and then we'll want to leave, and then we want to come back. It's the weirdest stuff. And I have shoes in my closet, and I put them a certain way. And Joanna, the shoes are moved.
That's freaky.
Awesome. Awesome. I want to come play at your house.
Oh my God! But you're right. We want to move, but we love the house. But then we want to go.
Are you sure your husband does not have a shoe fetish?
I know. He moves the shoes.
Well, you know what? I'm going to chime in here, and only because we have to step away for a break here at the top of the hour. I want to say thank you for calling in and being with us and sharing your story. But we are setting up on the Spaced Out Radio website. If you go to our affiliates page, we have some great paranormal groups who I have personally vetted on their credibility and on how they handle investigations. I would highly suggest anybody who is in that group, you can contact them and they can help you out as well. They may know someone in your area. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Florida.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they may know someone in your area or may be able to just hop on the phone and help you out, okay? Because one of the things about our groups, they do it all for free.
Wow.
Okay? And if you need to pay, I'm going to tell you right now, if you need to pay someone to get rid of these spirits in your home, okay, they're screwing you over. A real, true ghost hunter or investigating team, they will never charge.
Wow.
All right?
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody, for the information.
You're welcome, and good luck.
and go to spacedoutradio.com and check out under the affiliates tab, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All
good
right.
luck. Bye, Camille.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Camille.
Bye.
Ladies, we're going to hop out for a break here, and we're going to be gone for about 4 minutes. And then we're going to come back, and we're going to take more phone calls. Are you good with that?
Sounds great.
All right. You're listening to Spaced Out Weekends, 2 mediums, and the extra large, because I'm the extra large, because Uncle Jimbo is not here. I'm Dave Scott with Joanna, with Paisley. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll take more calls in hour number 2 coming right up.
Greetings and salutations, space travelers, from the Chronicles of the Unknown team.
What is Chronicles of the Unknown? I keep hearing about this thing.
It's a new paranormal reality TV show based right here in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Follow our team as we uncover claims of activity on the Caribou Gold Rush Trail. You can also follow us here every third Monday, where 2 members of our team will be available to answer your questions. We'll give you some equipment updates and some of our experiences on the road, right here on Spaced Out Radio on the Spreaker.com network.
Do you believe you've been in contact with extraterrestrials? Have you seen the Greys, the Mantis, or the Reptilians? I am Samantha Mullet, and on the second Tuesday of each month, you can listen and learn from my experiences with off-worlders on Spaced Out Radio's The ET Experience. With host Dave Scott, we'll sit down and chat about what's going on with our friends from other worlds. We'll also try to answer your questions, so please tune in on the second Tuesday of the month, only on Spaced Out Radio.
Are you interested in advertising on Spaced Out Radio? Head to our website at spacedoutradio.com and click on our advertising tab. There, you will find an assortment of ways you can get your product out there with us, from radio commercials to banners and social media. Have a product you like our hosts to endorse? We can do that too. Visit spacedoutradio.com for more details.
Did you know that Spaced Out Radio runs 7 days a week? Hi, it's James Tyson from Spaced Out Weekend. Every Saturday and Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, you can join me and my guests for some great chatter about what's going on out in the universe, or even in that dark part of the basement you really don't want to go back into. Well, let's find the answers to your experiences together. So come on up to Uncle Jimbo's cabin on the weekend. For more information, look us up at spacedoutradio.com.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
Attention Spaced Out Radio listeners. For only $5 a month, you can join Spaced Out Radio Space Travelers. Your membership at spacedoutradio.com will give you access to private fan area on the website, get you a monthly newsletter, draws for monthly swag, and a whole lot more. Sign up today to become a part of the Spaced Out Radio experience.
Right here, this is where we divulge the fruit of our research. Here on the Webster Phenomena every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern on Spaced Out Radio. And we give it up to you guys, all the listeners, and the live listeners usually get something special and hang out in the chat room and And we love to have you. So we'll see you every Saturday night at 8 p.m. You know where.
If you're a fan of social media, you can follow Spaced Out Radio on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio. Give our Facebook page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. You can also follow us on Instagram, Dave Scott, SOR. Our YouTube channel, where our archives are stored, is Spaced Out Radio Show. And of course, our website is spacedoutradio.com. Welcome back to Two Mediums and an Extra Large. I am host Dave Scott, filling in for Uncle Jimbo James Tyson, whose computer decided to go kaput. He's working on it. You know, he is a technical guru, so he'll be able to get things going ASAP when it comes down to it. Good to have you all with us tonight. We are with Joanna the Medium, Paisley Town. And we're going to get right back to the phone calls. Before I get to the 714 area code, I do want to remind all of you that you can check out the brand new Spaced Out Radio website. We finally got it launched, and it looks, I'm gonna be honest, it looks friggin' awesome. And we have a lot of features on there. You could check out our team. You could check out the Spaced Out Radio SOR Space Travelers Club. $5 a month. You could sign up for that, and you can get into a private section on the website. You can have your own features. You can take part in private group interviews. You're going to win prizes. It's loaded with information. So check out spacedoutradio.com. We're going to go to area code 714 right now. Hi, who's this?
Diane.
Hi, Diane. How are you tonight?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. What brings you around these parts?
Actually, I was kind of going through on the internet, and I noticed that you guys were having the radio on the internet, and so I thought I'd check it out.
Well, you know, we do this 7 days a week. The topics change, but at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern time, we are on the air on Spaced Out Radio and Spaced Out Weekend. Why? Well, we're loners. I'm going to be honest with you. We're loners, and we have no social life whatsoever. No, I'm teasing. Would you like a question answered by Joanna or Paisley?
I would.
Awesome. Who would you like to choose?
Why don't you go with the question, then we'll see who is best suited.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. It's kind of I guess it might be like a two-part question.
Okay.
So, first of all, I've had some things go on with the last 3 years in my life, and I'm kind of going through a transition, I guess. So everything seemed to be going fine, and all of a sudden, I had issues happen in my family where my mom passed away. I found out indirectly I was adopted. It caused this whole big ruckus within my family. So basically my brother, just a lot of stuff financially, he kind of embezzled everything. Everything got all turned around. And now it's really kind of caused a lot of negativity in my life. And I was just wondering, I feel like my life used to be, I wouldn't say perfect, but pretty good. And now I feel like I'm just spiraling down, and I can't seem to climb back up. And I'm wondering, it's starting to affect my work, like I'm thinking about changing professions, and, it affects my home life with my family, and, and I'm just wondering, is it ever going to turn around?
I completely missed your first name. I'm apparently deaf today. What's your first name, love? Diane. Sorry, forgive me. Okay. The moment you started to talk, I felt a bit of a blockage in my throat. Do you happen to have a cold, or is there something going on with your throat?
I don't think I have a cold, no.
Okay. Well, you don't sound it, so I'm just going to tune in here. Just give me 1 second. I'm feeling a restriction in my throat, and when I ask him what this is, okay, he's saying to me in the last 2 years, and I think you mentioned 2 or 3, your confidence has been whittling down. That's the word that he's using. Just hang on. I'm not getting much I can't even talk. Oh my God. I'm not getting clear information on this other than He's showing me a book and pages going really quickly through a book. What are you showing me, please? Okay, he says she needs to just get through this. This is a period of your life where it seems like everything has been turned upside down or turned 180 degrees. Okay, so this is a bit of I'll call it an unusual circumstance, and all of it came tumbling at once. You will get through this. Again, next year is a much, much better year for you. And I also keep seeing number 9. 9 is September, but in this case, this is a year of endings for you. Okay? Endings of relationships, endings of situations, and I want to even go as far as endings in a work environment, because he's talking about jobs. Are you looking at a change of career?
I am, and actually, I'm kind of intimidated to do it, but I've been kind of thinking about applying for a job for forensics.
Okay.
And I actually saw there's a school nearby me where they do like for people who want to work on their intuitive side and work with forensics. And I've been thinking about just going to the class and checking it out.
Perfect.
But I'm a little intimidated about how my family is going to respond to it because I'm a Catholic.
Okay, which
And
which is why I'm feeling the throat constriction, because that's your fear of speaking up. That's why I'm feeling it. So let me just see what my guy wants to say about this. The path you're choosing is a path that is part of your path. In a long story short, God, I can't talk. So whether it's going to be met with disappointment from your family members or with judgment or whatever it may be, don't let that define you, and don't let that take you away from what he says is your purpose. Okay? And you feel intimidated. There's a couple of reasons. One is because of your family, but there's another one, which is the confidence thing that we talked about at the very beginning. Okay? The reason why this is coming up, and you've thought about this, and I'm saying to you there's a change in career even though I've never met you, is because everything is unfolding exactly the way it's supposed to. You're supposed to go through this, and you will see this through. So if I can just say to you, do what your heart is telling you, irrespective of what other people tell you, because that's just going to act as a challenge for you. It's not to deter you completely. But you also need to learn how to have very strong boundaries, and you don't.
Okay. Well, I think my other thing that makes me a little insecure about it is there have been things where I've, for me, I know everyone's a little different, but I'll have a dream and I'll have it 3 times, and then it will happen.
And then it comes true.
Or I don't necessarily, I can't say I always see them, but if someone approaches me, I can get a vibe.
Yeah, you're very intuitive.
I don't know if it's just in my mind or I'm like,
no.
So that's where I'm afraid to say anything because I'm afraid they're going to look at me like you're a wackadoodle. You know what I mean?
That's okay. You're talking to someone who talks to dead people. Eventually, you'll get used to it. Not only will you get used to it, you'll get to a point where you'll say, you know what? What you think of me does not define me. The reason why you want to go into forensics and the intuitive part is because your subconscious is telling you this is where you need to go. That's why you're being pushed in this direction. So I'm going to say keep moving forward and don't let other people sway you away, because that is your purpose. He called it a purpose.
Okay.
So all the other obstacles that are in front of you or will be in front of you, they're just going to act as a challenge for you to be even firmer and stronger in your own convictions. Look at it as a challenge, not as something that's going to deter you completely.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what I'm.
Okay, and then I just have one other question that has nothing. One other quick question, if I can ask.
Okay.
Okay, so when I found out indirectly from my mom when she was very sick that I was adopted.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when my dad was passing, he was trying to tell us something, me and my husband something, but we couldn't understand what he was trying to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I approached my extended family about it, everyone kind of shut me down with it, and they basically none of them don't really talk to me anymore. They don't want to tell me anything. They say they don't know anything. And I guess my question is, will I ever find out who my actual biological father is, or is that just another thing chasing that I shouldn't be wasting my time trying to chase?
I feel that it will eventually come to you. And interestingly enough, I pulled a card, and it's number 1. It's new beginning. It's actually called a magician. What does magician do? Magician makes seemingly things out of nothing, right? So that information will be presented to you. I don't feel it's going to be now, but it will be down the road. And what I'm feeling is it's going to come to you as part of the work you will be involved in. So I mean, there's different type of forensic work, but I'm assuming it has to do with finding things, people of that nature, correct? So it's not like forensic accounting, right?
Right.
So, and what he's showing me is that part of your life is going to come to you while you are working in that field, or while you're connected to that field somehow. Whether it's because you have access to it, or whether things are just going to align that way, you will find out, but it's not right now.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
Good luck to you. And be strong.
Thank you.
Be strong.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. 1-702-302-4556 is the phone number to call in. Paisley, you and I, we might as well just hook up on another phone line here.
No.
This is like the Joanna show tonight.
No.
I'm teasing. I am totally teasing. All right, ladies, we are going to go to Chris on the 484 area code right now. Chris, my friend, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm curious about. I've been having a lot of precog dreams, and they're getting to a point they're very specific.
Okay.
And did you have a question, Chris?
Yes. With these precog dreams, why is it that I'm dreaming about, starting several years ago, about being rescued, and I was out on a highway, but the people on the highway didn't drive the same way we did. They drove on the left. And ever since then, I've had a lot of dreams about family-related stuff that made me research my own ancestry.
Mm-hmm. And are you from Europe, Chris, your ancestors?
My biological mother's side.
Mm-hmm. And so what's your question for us?
What does it mean about a dream that being rescued like that, and the person had a big black car, and it was very vivid what he looked like?
His question is, Paisley, what does that type of dream mean where he always feels like he's being rescued?
Chris, how do you feel in a dream when that happens? What is the predominant feeling?
Like being reunited.
Okay. Go ahead, Paisley.
Past ancestors.
Okay.
Chris, do you feel like you need someone to rescue you? Do you feel like you need to be saved from something that's currently going on in your day-to-day life?
Spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I think you already know that you can rescue yourself. Am I right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And have you taken steps to help yourself spiritually?
Yeah, I have grown tremendously. I'm starting to learn about doing cleansing and rituals and stuff like that, and have a researcher of the arts, so to speak.
Okay. And I'm just feeling like this information is coming to you just to kind of give you confirmation that you don't need to be rescued. It's coming to you as, like Joanna was saying, like it's coming to you as something familiar to you, like it's bringing you back to something you already know. So I kind of feel like I kind of feel like you're seeking confirmation of what's going on, but you're very clear about what's going on. You know which direction you're headed in. You know what things you want to learn about more. and you know what you want to find out about, and you're taking steps to do that. Like, you have a really intellectual mind where you're able to research things, look things up. You're very resourceful. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't make sense that to me about being rescued, because I feel like you can save yourself, you can rescue yourself. What do you think about that, Joanna?
Chris, would you say for the most part that you feel alone?
Yes.
Okay. The reason why I say this is because there's very much a part of you that wants to be deeply reunited from those who are no longer here. So, and I would go further than subconscious, because this is a conscious feeling that I get from you. It's almost like you can't wait to go to wherever you came from. I know it sounds really bizarre, but there is that's why you also feel very alone for most of the time. And there's a feeling of you not being grounded on this earth. Do you ever have moments where you just wish you could go back to the other side?
Very rarely, but what's weird, I feel like I wish I'd go back to originally where my family came from, physically on Earth.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because there's very much a feeling of wanting to be reunited with those who are no longer. That's what I keep seeing.
It's like I want to be back over there instead of here in the U.S., if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does make sense. Yeah. And I also don't get a lot of people around you. Would you say that you tend to kind of be by yourself for the most part?
I just have my immediate family, no other friends.
Oh, that's
out in real life.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I don't know what else to say about that. Paisley, do you have any, or Dave, do you have anything to add?
It's like I'm in my own world.
Yes, yeah, and that's why I asked if you feel lonely, because I feel that. I very much feel that as well.
I always wonder if I will ever end up back in Europe sometimes.
Well, you know what? I think that's something that you're going to have to take a chance on. You know what? Sometimes we got to be spontaneous here, and I would say go for it, Chris. On a personal experience, if you have the ability to do it, go for it. Head to Europe, scratch that itch that you need to scratch, and go for it. All right? Thanks for calling in, bud.
Have a good day.
Bye,
Chris. Appreciate that. Thank you. We are going to go to another area code here, and we only got a couple minutes before we're going to go to break, so we may have to carry this one over to the other side. Area code 305. I know you've been patiently waiting. Thank you so much. Who is this?
Misha from Miami.
Michelle from Miami.
No, Misha, not Michelle.
Misha. Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Misha. How are you?
I'm fine, and yourself?
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
What can we do for you, love?
Yes, I have. I have two questions. One is I want to know what's in store for me in regards to my new job, and the second question is in regards to my love life.
Okay, can you give me more of a specific question? Because those are very open questions.
Okay, what can I expect from this new customer service job that I will be starting in the next 2 to 3 weeks?
Okay, right off the bat, I'm being shown money. Would you be responsible for taking money from customers or clients?
Yes, it would be, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Also, is it going to be like on a cash register? Is that what it is? Because that's what I'm seeing you doing.
Yes, it's like a place where I give out loans to customers.
Oh, okay. But but there is money component that you're responsible for either taking or giving. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Now, have you not started this job yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
They told me they have to do background check.
Okay. What I want to say first and foremost is that you will get training, so that will ease your mind. Because what he said, my guide is saying to me, you're a little bit timid. But that's normal. That happens with every time we start a new job. It's, you're not unique in that respect. But he's saying the word training to me, so you will receive some training that's going to make you feel comfortable. Now, I feel like this is something you've never done before. Is this something? Yes. Okay. Don't be afraid of the change. It is a good change. Your confidence you'll need to work a little bit on your confidence, because I do feel like you're a little bit shy, on the shy end, but he's giving me a thumbs up for this. And I also want to say that this came to you seemingly out of nowhere. Do you understand that?
It did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so whoever in spirit is taking care of you, this was brought to you. It's not a coincidence.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm also being shown that when you first thought or heard of this, you felt you were not qualified. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, I did.
Yeah. So don't worry about that. It is happening for a reason, and things are going. The most important thing they want you to know is you're going to get training, so you'll be fine. You're going to be okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
and what was the other part? And I'm going to see if maybe Paisley can help with the other part.
Yes. Well, I've been single for 8 years, and I wanted to know if I will be single for 2017.
Okay.
So, Misha, I just wanted to ask you, can you tell me when your birthday is?
My birthday is May 24th, 1990.
Hey, my birthday is May 24th.
Wow.
Oh, yay!
Yay! Happy Gemini Day! Yay!
Yes!
That's awesome. So, Misha, I'll just let you know, is Misha your birth name?
No, it's not. It's my nickname.
Okay. What's your birth name? Do you mind if I ask?
My birth name is very unusual, but my birth name is Manushka.
That's beautiful.
Can you spell that for me?
Thanks. Well, brace yourself. It's very long.
Go ahead.
Spell Manouchca.
Perfect.
I have to catch my breath.
Wow.
I like it. I like
that long.
It's an interesting spelling. Mm-hmm.
So when I do the numbers of your birthday and your name, and even the name Misha, and is Misha, is it Misha?
No, it's actually an E. I took the I put an E instead.
Okay, so Mesha?
Yes.
Okay. And that's 5 and 1 is 6. All your numbers are water and air numbers. So this would lead me to believe that you're very intuitive, you love to learn, and you love to teach. And Joanna mentioned training in your new job. I am going to get to your love life question in just a second. But in addition to the training at your new position, you may find that it's such a good fit for you that they may ask you down the road to be teaching other people to do that position as well. So when she said training, I was saying yes, and teaching and teaching. You have a really strong ability to be able to teach. And this is because you have a strong sense of independence. So somebody with your birthday is sometimes hesitant to partner with other people because you're very, very independent. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, that's true.
So it's more like a situation where it would be nice to have someone to partner with rather than I need a partner. I would say you don't need a partner. You're good on your own. You do well on your own, and you can be very successful on your own. And so it's really tricky because a lot of men are out there thinking, I can provide for her and I can take care of her. And you don't really need to be provided for or taken care of for because you have the ability to take care of what needs to be done just automatically ever since you were very, very young. Is that correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You're asking, am I going to meet someone? But I also want to ask you, have you been not looking for someone? Is that correct?
Yes. I stopped looking hearing advice from friends. They told me because I kept looking, that's probably why I haven't met anybody, because I was looking for somebody.
Mm-hmm. And you're not exactly clear what you're looking for. Is that correct?
Yeah, I know the qualities that I want, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Have you made a list? Have you kind of sat down and made like a really clear list of what it is you're seeking?
No, I have not made a list.
Okay. You're a person who likes to take notes and write things down and keep track of lists. Am I correct?
Yes, that's true.
Your birthday is prone to do that. So I would say sit down and make a really clear list of what it is you're looking for. And if you're not sure what you do want, make a list of what you don't want and use that to create the list of what you do want. But I pulled a card for you from my deck of cards here. And the card that I pulled for you is the Two of Wands. Now, normally I'm not a card reader, but it's very hard to do what I do on air. So I've got my trusty deck of cards here. And the card I pulled with the Two of Wands is two separate, highly decorated wooden boxes with golden locks on them and one key. So this would indicate to me that in the near future, you're going to have a choice coming up where you may have to choose from two different people who you want to go out with.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like there's an option for you to have two choices in the very near future. But I also want to say, put yourself out there to be dated. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like you're saying, am I going to meet someone? Am I going to meet someone? But you're staying in, you're not going out. You're not putting yourself in a place where you're going to meet someone. You're just doing what you always do every day with your people, with your friends, with your family. You're not looking to meet a partner. So put yourself out there to be dated.
Okay, that's very true. I really I don't go out that much because I don't know no places, no great places. In Miami, there's a whole lot of clubs, and the beach is nice, but.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried online dating?
I was just going to say I'm scared.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll be honest with you. I actually met Mrs. Spaced Out Radio on one of those online websites.
That's how I met my husband 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Give that a try. And I'll give you the biggest hint of advice I can give you. And I'm gonna have to cut out because we're gonna have to go to break here after this. On your profile, do me one favor, and you will thank me when you did. In capital letters, put on there, you must have good credit. It sounds like a joke, but you don't need someone taking you down the financial hardship.
Amen.
That is my advice for you, and I'll tell you, I had ladies bitching and moaning at me saying I was being too picky, but you know what? This is my life, not theirs. And you do the same. Be picky. That's my dating advice, and make sure they have good credit.
Okay,
awesome, Dave.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Much love to you. Thank you for joining us on Two Mediums, and I'm the extra large today. So thank you, and good luck to you, and thanks for calling in.
Bye, Misha.
All right.
Bye. Good credit. It's so important. So important. Ladies, we're going to hop out for a break here at the bottom of the hour, and then when we come back, we're going to take more calls at 1-702-302-4556. Two mediums and an extra large tonight. I am the extra large, Dave Scott, from Spaced Out Radio Monday through Friday. Uncle Jimbo James Tyson. His computer wasn't playing nicely with him tonight, so I'm filling in for him. You're listening to Spaced Out Weekend. I am your host, Dave Scott. We'll be right back.
Are you an experiencer? Have you had run-ins with strange creatures you can't explain? ETs, Dogman, Bigfoot, werewolves? They're enough to scare the daylights out of anyone. Hi there, I'm Butch Witkowski from your Four Cop. And on the last Monday of every month, you can listen to me and the host, Dave Scott, talk about the weird and the strange being reported on Spaced Out Radio. I'm going to bring my investigations and sources, you bring your experiences, and we'll figure out the rest together. Strange Days on Spaced Out Radio. Come tune us in at spacedoutradio.com.
Are you interested in advertising on Spaced Out Radio?
Head to our website at spacedoutradio.com and click on our advertising tab. There you will find an assortment of ways you can get your product out there with us.
From the radio, commercials, to banners, to social media.
Have a product you'd like our host to endorse? We can do that too.
Visit spacedoutradio.com for more details.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. With their money-back guarantee and the many benefits, how can you afford not to get one? Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry.
Right here, this is where we divulge the fruit of our research. Here on the Webster Phenomena every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern on Spaced Out Radio.
Attention Spaced Out Radio listeners. For only $5 a month, you can join Spaced Out Radio Space Travelers. Your membership at spacedoutradio.com will give you access to private fan area on the website, get you a monthly newsletter, draws for monthly swag, and a whole lot more. Sign up today to become a part of the Spaced Out Radio experience.
Strange creatures lurking in the night, the sounds of wood knocking in the forest, odd happenings right out of a fictional world. These are the reports I love. Hi there, this is author Ronald Murphy, and I would love it if you join me and Spaced Out Radio host Dave Scott the second Wednesday of every month on our journey into the unknown land of cryptozoology at spacedoutradio.com. From Mothman to Frogman and everything in between. Hey, they don't call me the crypto guru for nothing.
Greetings and salutations, space travelers, from the Chronicles of the Unknown team.
What is Chronicles of the Unknown? I keep hearing about this thing.
It's a new paranormal reality TV show based right here in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Follow our team as we uncover claims of activity on the Caribou Gold Rush Trail. You can also follow us here every third Monday, where two members of our team will be available to answer your questions. We'll give you some equipment updates and some of our experiences on the road, right here on Spaced Out Radio.
Did you know that Spaced Out Radio runs 7 days a week? Hi, it's James Tyson from Spaced Out Weekend. Every Saturday and Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, you can join me and my guests for some great chatter about what's going on out in the universe, or even in that dark part of the basement you really don't want to go back into. Well, let's find the answers to your experiences together. So come on up to Uncle Jimbo's cabin on the weekend. For more information, look us up at spacedoutradio.com.
Missed most of tonight's show? Don't worry, you didn't miss a thing. You can head to our website, spacedoutradio.com, and download our archives for free. And don't forget to get your Space Travelers membership today. Now, back to tonight's show. Welcome back to Spaced Out Weekend with Uncle Dave Scott. Uncle Jimbo James Tyson is having some computer issues tonight, so I am filling in from my regular Monday through Friday gig. You know, I am sweaty, I am dirty from having to run down the mountain of Zen here in the northern reaches of British Columbia, Canada, to help you guys out with two mediums and the extra large tonight. I am the extra large. Joanna the medium is with us, Paisley Town. Before we bring everybody back in, I do want to remind you that you can check out the brand new look, spacedoutradio.com. We have updated this. We have made it look sleek, sexy, easy to learn, easy to use. You can find out about our team, our affiliates who we're associating with. You can join the SOR Space Travelers for just $5 a month. With that $5, what you're going to get is you are going to get entrance to a private section on the website. You're going to be automatically included in monthly prize draws. You're going to get a monthly newsletter, take part in private group interviews. You know, other shows, when they ask for your membership money, all they give you is access to their archives. Not here. Not here. Join the SOR Space Travelers today. You can also check out our theme music from Bumblefoot. Click on the Bumblefoot banner. And the SOR Spacewire. Our news director Eric Markham, posting some incredible stories on there on a daily basis. Everything at spacedoutradio.com. If you want to call in tonight, it is 1-702-302-4556. That lucky phone number once again, 702-302-4556. We bring in our lovely mediums, and you know what the best part about being on Skype with you, Joanna and Paisley?
Mm-hmm.
I get to look at your beautiful photos.
That's not creepy at all.
Dave, your photo is an alien face, so I don't know what that means.
Yes, I have an alien face on mine. That actually, that alien face, I went to a conference in Vancouver last year, put on by Chronicles of the Unknown, and a beautiful lady named Angel Valad, she had these two candles, an alien face green and an alien face pink, and they absolutely told her, because she's very spiritual like you guys are and like I am, they told her that they had to go home with me. So we nicknamed them Frank and Lucy. And we're actually, when we get the Spaced Out Radio store going here soon, we're actually going to put copies of Frank and Lucy up for sale on the website. We got a bunch of callers calling in. We're going to start with Gabriel in Pennsylvania right now. Gabriel, thank you for calling in to Spaced Out Weekends, 2 mediums and an extra large. Your question for our ladies.
Well, thank you for having me on. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Great, thank you. I have a two-part question. Okay, the first part is I'm going through a rough time in my marriage. It's almost over the way I see it. I've been married for almost 9 years. Throughout the marriage, there has been a few trust issues. And basically, I've been homeless now for 45 days, living out of my car, because I have been kicked out of my house. Nerve-wracking and whatnot, because I have 2 small children. I was basically set up and kicked out with a lot of allegations that I found myself having to fight. I just wanted to know how do you guys see the outcome of that, if at all? The second part is, in my recent trip back home to south of the Mediterranean, to Africa, I was led to go visit some of the shrines of my elders, and that is where I discovered that I had a calling on my life. And through speaking with a few people, I was told that I was the one, that they have been waiting for me this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
This is all spiritual or whatnot. And I was told that I was the one that, I was chosen. Now, throughout my life, I've always just saw things that didn't make sense to me. There was a lot of doubt, second guessing.
So what's the second part of your question there, my friend?
The second part is how do I unlock this? Because I always second guess. I always, even though a lot of people ask me things, and right before they ask me the question, I already have the answer ready for them. Even though I haven't met them, I don't know what it is that we're about to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And go right ahead.
So I'm just going to ask you, Gabriel, can you give me your birthday?
June 8th, 73. You got a lot of Geminis calling tonight.
That's awesome. We're so lucky, all 18 of us. And the name Gabriel, is it spelled with one L?
Yes, but that is not my birth name.
Okay. What's your birth name?
My birth name, you ready for this?
Yep.
It's Muhammad Ali. Like the boxer that passed away.
Okay, so 2 M's?
1.
1 M. MOHAMEDALI.
Correct.
Okay. I'm just doing the numbers really quickly here. So, okay. I'm not sure if Joanna wants to speak to this, but I wanted to speak to you regarding your first question about how are things going to turn out. with regards to relationship with their situation that's going on about being homeless and allegations made to you and so on. I think that's what your question was about, how it would be turning out. I feel like you already know what's going to happen. There's a lot of work ahead of you, and you already know what's going to happen. Do you have a friend close to you, and his name is Michael? Do you know who Michael is? When I'm
think of no.
Okay.
No, I've been isolated. Basically, I haven't talked to anybody this whole time.
Okay, so I want you to just keep that in mind. You might not remember while you're on air who Michael is, but I feel like there's someone around you named Michael that is a person that is going to be a great healing person for you. And this is to do with emotional healing. Anytime like people make allegations against someone, it's a really tricky situation to be in, but this is all about growing and speaking up for ourselves and speaking our truth and advocating for self. Do you have a hard time doing that sometimes?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I would say when I look at your birthday would indicate to me that you're not a shy person. So if there's something to be said, normally you would just say it. But do you edit what you say now?
I try to be diplomatic,
Mm-hmm. And do you get the point across that what your needs are? I would say no.
Yeah, not really, because I always am burdened with the consideration of how the others' needs are factored into the whole thing.
Okay, so when that happens, when we're always being of service to others and making sure that other people's needs are met, we kind of forget that we have needs. And so we don't tell others what our needs are. We just keep trying to meet theirs and meet theirs and meet theirs. It's like a lot of work. It becomes a lot of work, even though giving is really a natural concept. It just happens naturally for you, organically. But it's really important to pull back and pile up your resources to be able to have some of your needs met. So I would get really clear about what your needs are, like right away. Obviously, finding some, stability regarding houses would be a great asset for you right now because things have been tough for 45 days. So, that's imperative that you work on that first. But I feel like for a long time, your needs haven't been met. Is that correct?
Very correct.
Mm-hmm. So put yourself in the situation of the people that you help. If you were your best friend, what would you give to yourself? And that's an easy question for you.
That always has been my challenge. Yeah. That has always been that I put others first.
Yeah, it's because you have a lot of empathy for others. If someone's hungry, you feed them automatically. You never go, why is that person hungry? What's going on there? Do you know what I mean? And the whole idea is that helping others constantly doesn't help you help yourself. And your gas tank needs to be full before you can share your gas with other people. Does that make sense a little bit? Absolutely. I don't have any specific information as for an outcome because I feel like there's work that needs to be done by you. But I also feel this really strong person who's around you, someone you know, and I'm getting the name Michael. I don't know if it's a religious person or I can just tell you it's to do with emotional healing. So it may be someone that helped you a long time ago or someone that you helped a long time ago. But he's a very strong person in the community. So I want you to keep that in mind, okay? And Joanna, do you have any advice for the second question?
What was the second question?
The second question was about calling of life, being chosen, seeing things, talking to elders.
Being told that I have gifts.
I'm not getting anything about that, but I'm getting information on your first question. Do you want me to elaborate on that? Or it was, what? Okay. When Paisley was talking and I was trying to connect with your energy, first and foremost, do you have a daughter?
2.
You have 2 daughters. Okay. The reason why I ask is because there's one girl, a younger girl. She has dark hair. And first and foremost, was there any talk about abuse or being accused of abuse?
No, like my daughter being hurt. You mean?
No, I'm not specifically. No, not specifically about your daughter. My guide is telling me there is an issue about what he calls a domestic abuse. So whether it happened,
that's the accusation. That's
Okay.
the accusation.
Yes. Okay.
Because of which I was kicked out. Yeah.
Okay, so what I was being shown is a girl, and I was seeing one girl, your daughter, who was trying to communicate with you, but she was being stopped by what I would assume is her mother. Are you being stopped from seeing your children?
Not exactly, but I'm being given such a hard time when it's time for visitation. I get last minute cancellations.
There is
acting weird now.
Yeah, there is a definite opposition from your ex-partner, and she will make it difficult for you. And I'm just going to say what my guide said. There is an issue with domestic abuse. And I don't know what that means. I don't interpret, but whether it was an accusation or whatever, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a lawyer?
I do.
Okay. It's a male, yes?
No, it's actually a lady.
Is it a female? Okay. For whatever reason, I am seeing a male lawyer. So whether this is going to be somebody in addition to who you have or a different lawyer, there is someone, and I do see this going to court.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. Great. No, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just a bunch of allegations, even though the first hearing it was proven that it was groundless. But once you kind of set things in motion, you have to.
Yeah, that has to go through. I'm also being shown the month of September/October, where things finally will start to settle down, or you will see this coming to some kind of a resolution.
I'm waiting, Joanna.
And it's July, so and as you know, courts take forever, right? So
yeah, I mean they do, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I also feel that your ex-partner is not going to make it easy on you.
I figured that much from the
So-
way it looks right now and what's been happening. I know.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but you will get through this because you have to get through this. And I do see you having your girls as regular visits, but there's something being said there, and I don't know if this is to do with her saying that you were abusive to your children, or there's something around that.
I hear you, but I mean, what's been happening right now is you ask them a simple question, a yes or no question, they get very uncomfortable because
they're stuck in the middle.
They don't want to lie.
Of course.
And they wish that I didn't ask them.
Of course.
Now I stop asking them, so I don't put them.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can do, because now when they're in that position, they feel like they have to choose between mom and dad, and that's very, very difficult for kids. Very difficult.
Unfortunately. I mean, it's all brought to us, and I mean to sound, with the victim.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I take responsibility into letting it get to this point.
Yeah. You just have to make sure you tell them you love them and mom loves them, to make sure that they know that they're both loved by both parents, and, do your best not to talk, trash about their mother to them. And I'm sure you wouldn't, but because they need to feel safe. And right now they're caught in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, today, I saw them today, and every time before they leave, I tell them, Mommy's going through a rough time. Please be nice to her. Please, respect her. Be a good listener. You promise, pinky promise, and all that,
Yeah, and that's going to...
I mean...
that's going to go a long, long way. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I wish you best of luck.
Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. You have a great show. Thank
you. Take care.
Thank you so much for calling in and tuning in tonight to Two Mediums and an Extra Large.
Thank you. I get a feeling you steal like the whole attention in every party you go, don't you?
Dave?
You know what? You know what, my friend? If you knew the real me, you would know it's the polar opposite. It's easy to act like a big shot in front of a microphone.
That's the energy that's coming across. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You take care.
Bye.
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 Nice guy. Very nice guys.
Yeah.
You know what? As someone who I had to bite my tongue on that one because I'm someone who went through an ugly, ugly divorce as well. And you know what? All I'm going to say, if you're still listening, keep your head up. Keep your head up and keep it going because it does get to that light at the end of the tunnel, even though it doesn't seem like it's going to, or it seems so far away. Yeah. Ladies, we have just about a couple minutes left in tonight's program. I want to say thank you for accepting me for filling in with Uncle Jimbo here, who had some computer troubles tonight. So thank you for letting me be the extra large.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Joanna, I would love it if you tell people out there who are listening in how they can get a hold of you.
They can contact me at info@joannathemedium.com or just go to my website, www.joannahthemedium.com.
And Paisley, how about yourself?
I have a website that's my first name and my last name. It's really easy. It's www.paisleytown.com.
Doesn't get much more simpler than that. Ladies, I'm going to get you girls to hold on for just a couple of minutes because I want to remind our audience that you can go to spacedoutradio.com. You can check out our new look website. It's pretty kick-ass if you ask me. You got our entry page. If you want to listen to the show when it's live, all you do is click enter, go to the home page. It'll take you right there. And boom, you're listening in at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern time. If you haven't heard the music before, that is our man, the myth, the legend, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, formerly of Guns N' Roses. He is the official music man of Spaced Out Radio and Spaced Out Weekend. He's taking us home tonight. I want to say thanks for Uncle Jimbo, James Tyson, for giving me this opportunity. I'd never hosted this show before. It was fun. It was fun, and I'm loving it. Loving it. I can see why you have so much fun with this, Uncle Jimbo. Hey, you can follow us on our website, spacedoutradio.com. While you're there, join in on the SOR Space Travelers. It's only $5 a month. It's a great crowd. You get a private section on the website. You get your name automatically entered for monthly prize draws, a monthly newsletter, private group interviews, and a hell of a lot more. We're going to give you much, much more than just access to our archives. You can follow us on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio or James Tyson, SOR, and on Facebook, Spaced Out Radio. That's our group name, and Spaced Out Radio Show. I want to say thank you to everyone who called in. It was a little rough there for a little bit, but that's just the way it goes. Thank you to Joanna, thank you to Paisley, and thank you, our valued listeners, for sticking with us while we battled through some technical difficulties, but we got her done. We're going to take this all home. Tomorrow night on the show, I will be back. My guest tomorrow night on Spaced Out Radio to kick off the 4th of July, for you Americans down there, have a good one, is John Moore. We're talking Canadian paranormal. He's from Ottawa, paranormal. That'll be tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. Be safe, America. Enjoy your 4th of July. Bumblefoot's taking us home. Good night.
Stay in line, don't make a mistake. We're watching.